So the Mew Dream is dead, as well as the missingno Dream, the Fly Kangaskhan Dream, and pretty much any of the shenanigans from the first generation. But I do want to try out a couple of things to see what Pokemon we can get through glitching. So right now I'm just doing the Trainer Fly glitch, and I'm going to do the Ditto glitch as well to see if we can get anything to happen by transferring these Pokemon that are caught through this glitch method. Now, I'm also trying to see like what actually works for the hack check with the Poke Transporter, because I've had some glitch Pokemon get through. I'm trying to figure out which ones they are. Alright, so I'm about to wrap up this trainer battle right here. So I flew to Fuchsia City, I went to the right, and now I'm just battling trainers on the route to then find a Ditto, to then reset the stat value, and then get the correct Pokemon that I'm looking for. Now, that's kind of one of the weird things about this glitch, that depending on how you've played the game, it can be easier or harder to perform. And while playing this game, I pretty much dodged as many trainers as I could on Route 15, which makes it pretty easy to perform the glitch. Now I'm just kind of fishing until I get Ditto. It's like a 15% encounter, but then everything should go smoothly from there. And now let's go and talk about my plan while I go for this Ditto. So for those guys who don't know how the Mew glitch works, or the Trainer Fly glitch or anything like that, a very heavy oversimplification is that it's based off of the last special stat that you encountered. And for the trainer that you battle for the Mew glitch, that happens to be 21. As we can see right here on this table, Mew 21 GG right there. But we can use this for obtaining any Pokemon that we want to, and that's what the plan for this video is. I'm going to see what it wants to base off of. Is it going to base off of just like, oh, this is a Mew, we don't want Mew through, GG, end of story right there, or like, oh, it says Fly Kangaskhan, Kangaskhan can't learn Fly, so it's just an impossible Pokemon? Or does it just simply look for any level 7 Pokemon that shouldn't be a level 7 Pokemon? So because of that, I'm going to go for some legendary Pokemon, and I'm also going to go for some normal Pokemon. So right now, the reason why I'm using Vulpix is that Vulpix has a 73 in its special stat, which as you can see right here, 73, that is going to be Moltres, which means we're going to perform the glitch, catch a Moltres, and we're going to see how sketchy it looks. Like if the game says no to this, or if they're going to allow the Pokemon that are through Trainer Fly as long as it is not Mew. I'm also going to do the same for a Mewtwo, and then just some normal Pokemon that are in control. That's like, oh, this is a normal Pokemon, will it get through? If it can, then that means there's like specific targets for Pokemon that you can't put through, or something like that. Now, I still haven't found a Ditto, so it looks like I'm going to catch you guys up when we do have ourselves a Ditto. And perfect, that is going to be our Ditto. So there's a couple of things you can do. Technically, you don't even need to have the Pokemon first in the party, because it's actually better if you just switch in. That way you don't have to have a non-damaging move. You switch in, Ditto gets a transform, and then you're good to go. But after that, we just run away, we fly away, and then we head back to the route where we started the glitch. Now, I'm old school like that, so I just head on over to Route 8, go to Cerulean City, head to Route 8, and then I just repeat the glitch. Like, that's one of the craziest things about this, is that if you have the Pokemon that you're going to be using for the Trainer Fly glitch or whatever, you can just repeat it. That the second you end the battle, you just go start the glitch over again. So let's go and do that, and we'll try to get these Pokemon in a pretty quick manner. Start screen pops up, I tear it down, and if I've done it correctly, that should be a Moltres. So yeah, we get to do that one, and then we send out the Vulpix. Now, because of this, I've also missingno'd a ton of Master Balls, and that's one thing, like, all of my Pokemon are in Master Balls. I was able to transfer them through the Poke Transporter, so it doesn't look like it's against that too much. It's just looking for, like, the really weird ones. And also, I think I'm transferring all my Pokemon to Box 1 right now, so after I'm done catching all these guys, I can just, you know, head on over to transfer and see what goes through the Pokemon Transporter as well. Oh, I missed the glitch, though. Dang it. I should have said, oh, I normally don't miss that, and now we're kind of screwed. That's another thing that could go wrong as well. Okay, time for round 2. As you can see right here, when I press fly, I'm going to go and fly away from this guy, but I do want to show off my Machoke here for a bit, because I did get really lucky. My level 100 Machoke just happened to have a 131 in the special stat, and that is exactly what we need for Mewtwo. So as you can see right here, 131, and that is going to be the Mewtwo as well. So my plans for this are going to be having 2 legendary Pokemon. So we're going to have the Moltres, and we're also going to have the Mewtwo. But then I want to have a Pokemon that can't normally be found at level 7. Just see if it's also doing like some kind of crazy level check or something. So let's go, I don't know, like a Sandslash. Yeah, I guess we'll try to find a Pokemon with a 97. I'll just see what I have in my box, and if I could simply and quickly get a Pokemon like that. So I'll go for a 97, and then we could do something simple like a Zubat. I believe you can find Zubat at level 7 in the game, so we'll go for Zubat as well, which will be a 107. Pretty much I can take the same Pokemon with 97 and then level it up until it hits 107, the special. I'm going to go for that. Also, I'm not going to show you guys the glitch anymore, even though you can hear me playing the game in the background. I'm going to be like, caught Mewtwo, caught all these other Pokemon, let's see what else we can get. There's just something silly about Mewtwo appearing at level 7 and encountering Mewtwo just not in Cerulean Cave, but there we go, that is going to be my Mewtwo caught. And now it's time for the last pieces of the puzzle of the Pokemon that I want to check. So I have a level 139 Muck. This is obtainable through the missingno glitch, but by giving it any amount of experience, it'll reset down to level 100 because the game goes, how did that happen? And then it fixes the problem. So by doing the missingno glitch, you can find Pokemon that are like crazy overleveled. That is a missingno glitch Muck that I found while surfing Cinnabar Island, so now it's a level 100. And the Marowak I did this to, I think made it through. So we're going to see if it happens for other Pokemon as well. And now it's time to also show off what else I have planned. So I did go and get a Pikachu through the method. I was like, oh, Pikachu, I can get that through the Vulpix. I just leveled up my Vulpix and I was able to get the stats that I needed it to. And now we have the level 4 Kangaskhan. So level 4 Kangaskhan already hasn't made it through once, but I'm interested in seeing if the Kangaskhan will work if it actually has a possible level. Also, I don't know if that's my last 8 rare candies, or if that's just like a glitched out sprite, so I'm going to save just to be safe. Level 28 Kangaskhan looks legit, right? Alright, that's going to be our Kangaskhan right there. And now I'm going to do the glitch one more time. That way I'm going to get a Kabutops with the Vulpix I have currently set up. And then I'll see you guys in the Pokemon Bank to see what makes it through. Moment of truth, boys. Let's see which Pokemon make it through. At least one Pokemon in the box cannot be sent. Problem Pokemon has been detected and cannot be sent. Alright, so it has been removed. Okay, so the Pikachu and the Kabutops made it through. However, there is no Moltres, there is no Mewtwo, there is no Muck, and there is no Kangaskhan. That actually makes it really strange, because I had the overleveled Marowak that made it into Pokemon Sun and Moon. The Muck didn't, though. The Muck was flagged as glitched for some reason right there. Maybe because I did rare candies, I leveled up the Marowak. I don't know. But then we have the Pikachu and the Kabutops, and they made it through. So let's see how they look inside the game, which is actually really interesting to think about. So, as for the Pokemon that can make it through the Poke Transporter, I don't really know. These are some of the glitched Marowaks that ended up making it through just fine, but also at the same time, we have things like the Kabutops. It evolves at level 40, it even made it into the bank, and then out of the bank. Like, it's not like the Poke Transporter didn't pick it up, and then Pokemon Bank said, wait a second, there's something wrong here. The Kabutops worked just fine, even though it was the same way as the Mewtwo, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Mew, whatever, that are being blocked right there. So, I'm wondering if they can actually detect if it's Train or Fly, because that's the interesting thing about the Mewtwo and the Moltres, and if it's just not letting certain Pokemon through that method. Also, Mew has been confirmed to transfer through the Poke Transporter if it is an event Mew. That there were 2 events, one in Europe for the launch of Pokemon Sun and Moon, and one in Japan. So those Mews can actually make it over. They have the little Game Boy symbol and everything, so I don't know if it's based off ID number, I don't know if it's based off of just maybe the Game Freak name or something like that, but it shows that Mew isn't just permanently blanket banned throughout the entire everything of the transporter. Now, another thing that's really interesting to point out is notice the Pokeballs. I caught all these guys in Master Balls because I have a bajillion Master Balls from the missingno glitch, even my Mewtwo that I used with a legitimate Master Ball. So, it seems like all of the Poke Transporter from the Virtual Console are just automatically becoming Pokeball Pokemon, and that's just another interesting little piece of this right here. So, I'm not sure what to think, because this is a Muck that I transferred at some point, but my Muck didn't show up, but I think this is a different Muck that I also received through the missingno glitch, so maybe it made it through, and then the Poke Transporter updated, and now these Pokemon can't get through anymore, even though they've already made it through, but that doesn't explain how Kabutops still made it through, so that's some interesting stuff right there for sure. Now, there's also a little bit of information I want to add to the end of this video, because it kind of deals with transfer and legality and some weird stuff right here. So, Island Scan hidden abilities may be untradeable if they were bred in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm currently breeding different parents and attempting to trade them with myself now. The Pokemon having hidden ability says the following: you can't trade Pokemon because there's a problem with your Pokemon. However, only occurs in online trades through the Festival Plaza. Quick Link still goes through. So you can Quick Link these Pokemon between your friends locally, but it doesn't look like you're able to trade these hidden ability Pokemon, which are now available. That because of the Pokemon Bank, I have a Contrary Superior, I bring it over, I breed it with a Superior that I can catch from the Island Scan, and then that should give me a Contrary Snivy, and that is a completely legal Pokemon, but it looks like it's being flagged online right now. We'll see if this updates and changes. When was the last time I refreshed the page, because it's been a while. Ooh, so we have a little bit of a spicy update. It seems more about Apricorn Ball plus being Hoenn Sinnoh Origin that flags the error message and prevents trading. However, Dream Ball hidden abilities have been working fine. So you can Dream Ball hit ability, but you can't Apricorn Ball. With Gen 3-4 Aprimon, seems all babies are untradeable, not just the ones hatched in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So it seems to be flagging, even though we're in a really weird situation right now. Maybe the Pokemon Company, maybe the online wasn't ready for like, okay, now we have Apricorn Balls in the 7th generation. We have all these new Pokemon coming over, which means what was previously unusable is now actually usable. And it does show that certain Apricorn Balls have been banned on the battle spot because of all the hacking that has been shown with them. But Dream Balls are still going through, which is kind of interesting to think about as well. So actually now that's another crazy one right now, because before Pokemon Bank, there were so many things that were not allowed. Just anything in Dream Ball was not allowed before Pokemon Bank, but now we can see all the Dream Ball Pokemon again, unless it's 6th, 7th generation, or something that was never obtainable in Dream Ball, like Wolfglick's Pikachu, and the Dream Ball Aegislash. So there's some other things, and then we just have the list: Reckless Starly, Regenerator Solosis, Analytic Porygon. For some reason that's in italics. Also, the original parent is tradable if it originated prior to Gen 7. So the Pokemon are okay, it just looks like some weird breeding combos are causing some issues. That should get fixed pretty quickly. Could not trade him ability Totodile, but Dream Ball Ralts with hidden ability from Gen 6 was just fine. So we got some craziness going on right here, guys. We'll see if there's any other Pokemon that are making it through. I've seen Joe Merrick posting some tweets saying, oh, the Pokemon Bank is preventing legal Pokemon from getting through, but isn't letting some other things. I know there's a lot of legal Pokemon that had issues when Pokemon Bank was first released, so we'll see what gets fixed up, and we'll see hacks versus non-hacks and all these other crazy things that end up coming out of this story. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. That is the glitch way and the glitch Pokemon that can make it through the transporter from the red, blue, yellow versatile console. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.